I asked for a competitive scrimmage, and I think we got a competitive scrimmage. Just from where I stand, and I told the team that one side may think that this side may think they won, that side may think that they won from where I stood. I thought Kentucky won today. I thought we got better. It was kind of a wash. Defense had 13 series. The first defense had 4 scoring series. A couple of those went on short fields that started on the 30-yard line. So I thought the defense did well. Offense finished strong by scoring on those. When we created a sudden change and gave them a short field, which is what you have to do. Same with the second O&D. We went about same amount of series, same amount of scoring drives, but I thought both sides competed well. Made some big plays on both sides of the ball. Again, we're starting to find out who our playmakers are. Marco Robinson becoming one of our playmakers. LaRod is starting to pick it up and make plays that we expect him to make. Maxwell's playing at a high level, still making mistakes now, don't get me wrong. Okay, but he's starting to play at a higher level every scrimmage. So on defense, Bud Dupree, excited about him. Excited again. Farrington Huguenin continues to play well. Had a couple big sacks. Trying to think. Martavius Nellums. I'm really proud of Martavius. We've put a lot on him and playing a lot of different positions. And I have asked him personally. To lead this football team defensively, and I think he's trying. And he's got a couple guys that also have the ability to lead on defense that are not out there. Therefore, I've put a lot on his shoulder to lead this football on defense, and he's trying. But still got a lot of work to do. I don't want anybody to think that we have all of a sudden have arrived, because we still got a lot of work to do. But I'm really pleased with the way this day went.
Some of the second team is starting to show up that maybe
we got to get better on OSY twos. Operation on offense and then on defense. We're trying to run a lot of different personnel groupings, because one thing Coach Minter does on defense, as long as the kid is giving us effort and has the ability, and with the effort, we're trying to find packages to put them in the game. And those kids like Trayvon Pascal. Trayvon Pascal can run, he's physical. So we got packages to try to get him in the game, whether it be with our three linebacker, Josh Force is also. But so we're trying to get those guys a lot of reps. But they got to learn what to do in those packages. And I'm not sure that we're up to speed in that under twos yet. But our ones, I really feel comfortable with the way they have learned and picked up both sides of the ball.
You talked thrilled with the first string offensive line after that last scrimmage. They a little better today?
A lot better today. We didn't give up as many sacks today, although we had some sacks, but we didn't give up as many. They're starting to communicate. We got 2 guys on our left side that they don't say much at all. They rather text you than talk to you. Those guys got to communicate. I mean, this is a game that, and then they think it's they might be communicating. We can't hear it from standing where we are, but they don't understand because they have never played in an SEC environment. Okay? You can't whisper and get a message across to a person that's even standing beside you. So they've got to do a better job of communicating up front. And I think today you started to hear those 2 guys communicate. Larry's going to communicate. Matt Smith's going to communicate. So that helps out Mitchell. But on the left side, you got 2 pups. You got 2 pups over there that, I say kittens. Okay, you got 2 kittens over there. They won't say much. We counting on those guys to communicate and echo calls out to each other. When they do that, I mean, they got a chance because they both have a lot of ability.
talked yesterday about playing Octavius Nelms and Nichols sometimes. Part of that trying to get Glenn Faulkner on the field in some packages.
Yeah, not just Glenn Faulkner, but
Ashley Lowry.
Ashley Lowry is probably ahead of Glenn Faulkner. So Faulkner. So we're just trying to get our best personnel on the field when we get into our third down package. Again, trying to get guys on the field that have ability and then giving us the type of effort that we need. And Lowry's giving it. He's a 2 right now, and battling for the 1. He and Mikey Benton battling for the 1. What's giving Mikey Benton the edge right now is his knowledge of the system. But Lowry is a guy that has a lot of ability, gives us great effort, shows up and goes to work, does what he's supposed to do, and therefore we're trying to find packages to get him in the game also. And our nickel package gives him an opportunity to be on the field.
How much of this team improving is just consistency in individual drills, basics? It's one of the things that a little mistake here. Coach Sanders said we can have bobbled snaps. When it's center as a quarterback.
A lot of that has to do with us doing the same drills. The wide receivers are starting to improve because they're doing. Everything's been new to those wide receivers. When you change coaches, Coach Washington has different drills than we had last year. Therefore, those guys are still, we're trying to learn the different drills. Same with the defensive backs. So we're starting to see the improvement just by being consistent and doing the drills over and over and over, hearing the same terminology, same language, dropping your hips. One guy might say dropping your hips, another guy might say sinking your hips. It's still different. Still different language for a kid. So as much as they can hear that, I think that's something that'll help us and it's starting to show up.